also the way we talk to ourselves is really important, and the way we narrate our seasons of life is important as well. And so, you know, I like being okay with saying like, "Hey, yeah, it's a little bit of mediocrity right now," and like, let's call that, sustaining, but then also setting a target for like, okay, when am I going to get back to things? Right. And so for a lot of
Mhm.
times it might be an organized race, or it might be, hey, March 1st, I'm getting back into it. I'm going to allow myself this little time, this little down season, and then I'm going to get back to things. I think it's whenever you don't have any sort of thing on the calendar, any sort of thing on the horizon, that's whenever we can just continually fall back and back and back and back. And then you're actually at your mediocrity.
You said guardrails.
Guardrails. It's it. No gutter balls. We might not be throwing strikes, but we're gonna knock a few pins down.
That's perfect. And I
That's it,
totally
dude.
agree because in my life, I was a Navy SEAL. I run ultra marathons. People are like, "Oh, Rob is a super disciplined, motivated, like the guy just gets after it." But I'll tell you what Clark just said is so true, even in my life. I don't sign up for a race, whatever it is. I don't run as much. I fall back on weaker habits. I don't work out as much. Nutrition
Mhm.
becomes a little bit more lax. But I use these races, these events as guardrails to keep me on the habits and systems that I know will keep me moving forward, both personally and professionally, all areas of life.
Absolutely. I mean, after the ultra, I was like, I'm never doing that again. I'm never running a race again. Like that was awful. Like this is horrible. And that was the end of November, and I don't have anything on the calendar yet. And I've definitely noticed myself like my guardrails are getting wider and wider and wider, and and that's not what I want. So I'm gonna get something on the calendar. It's probably not gonna be a 50K, but I'll get something on there just to kind of get me back into it. Because thinking back, where I was my best was whenever I was strength training 3 to 4 days a week and running 5 days a week.